Hmm. Oh, well, don't mind me. I'm just painting my Rebel Trooper miniature for my Star Wars miniature war game called Legion. I'm a Star Wars fan, and one of the things that I've really kind of decided as a rule when it comes to Star Wars movies is I don't want too much Star Wars. I like when Star Wars is spaced out, maybe at most like a year in between movies. Otherwise, I just get tired of it. I get tired of all the Star Wars stuff, and as you can see, I've got just a little bit of Star Wars stuff. I don't really like too much Star Wars stuff because, I don't want to suffer the effects of Star Wars fatigue. This is really what Lucasfilm is thinking, that the reason why the Solo Star Wars movie isn't doing that great, at least in the first weekend. Look at this article. This is this is absolutely ridiculous. It's from the New York Times. It says Solo sputters at box office, raising worries about Star Wars fatigue. Here's what it says. It says Solo may have encountered franchise fatigue. The Last Jedi arrived just 5 months ago, and the Star Wars movies have always been spaced out a year apart. Star Wars fans have an enormous sense of ownership, which works to the benefit of the movie company to the detriment. You see, there's a growing feeling among fans that the movies are starting to come out a little too frequently. Yeah, that is true because as I've said, I don't want Star Wars stuff. It's just too much. It's just too much Star Wars. I can't take it. My brain can't wrap around too much Star Wars. It looks like, unfortunately, Lucasfilm is not going to learn a lesson. The reason why people are boycotting Star Wars is because we are not happy in general. Well, I shouldn't say in general, but lots of us are not happy in the direction that Lucasfilm is going. Injecting, in a ham-fisted way, identity politics into it, basically making every character sort of a social justice warrior archetyped. It's just out of control ridiculous. And I haven't seen Solo, and I'm not planning on seeing it, but I've heard that all of our suspicions were exactly right. There was a famous tweet from one of the writers of Solo that said that Lando was a pansexual, and in the movie, apparently there's jokes about him having a sexual relationship with a droid. Now, if you don't watch Star Wars, you might not know a droid is a robot. Now, here's the thing about this. You might think, well, that is just so ridiculous. I can't believe that a character in the movie is having a relationship with a robot. Well, actually, this has been done before. You might not know this, but there was a project that Lucasfilm did in between. They made a movie that was in between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It wasn't a movie, rather. It was a multimedia project. So it was a novel, it was a comic book, and it was a video game. And it told the story of what happened between Empire and the Return of the Jedi. And in that, one of the evil characters, Prince Shizor, had a droid named Guri it looked like a woman. It looked like a beautiful woman, and it was an assassin droid. So she would get on your good side with her looks, and then she would kill you. Anyway, he had a relationship with Prince Shizor. He was an alien, but he had a relationship with her in the book. And so here's the thing. This is not new, right? It's not edgy. This has been done before, but it is the first time that we've kind of, gotten this, hammered into us. Oh, he's a pansexual. Like, this is a pansexual relationship. And this is how it's all about politics. It's all about the agenda. It's all about social justice warriors. They're not inventing things. They're doing things that have been done before. But then they're saying, well, this is about pansexuality. The other thing is that this droid apparently is a annoying social justice warrior type droid who's into droid rights, which has been done before in sci-fi, android rights and robot rights and things like that. But in Star Wars, droids are programmed things. They're not sentient. You can reprogram them, you can erase their memory, you can change them. In fact, in the most recent movie, the Rogue One, the Star Wars story, they reprogrammed an Imperial droid. He was no longer Imperial anymore. Now he was a rebel. Because he's just a machine. He's not sentient. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, it looks like Lucasfilm is not going to learn this lesson. They're going to blame Star Wars fatigue. They're going to blame, Deadpool's coming out. Do you really think, honestly, another thing I saw being blamed, it's Memorial Day weekend. People are doing picnics and barbecues. Do you really think Star Wars fans are like, you know what? I'm really excited to see this new Star Wars movie, but yeah, I got to have a barbecue this weekend for 4 days, and I can't take any of those nights and decide, after the barbecue, I'm going to go see this movie. You really think that's how Star Wars fans think? Come on, man. Nope, it's not Star Wars fatigue. It's not that Deadpool's in the theater. It's not Memorial Day. It's not any of those things. It's just that we are sick of the direction you're taking Star Wars. We don't really care to see any more of it. And the only reason people will go to see Star Wars Episode 9 is because they want to complete the cycle. I don't know if I'm even going to see that one. I probably will, but the way things are going, we're going to have all kinds of weird identity politics games being played in that movie, and I don't know if I really care about it. And anyway, hope this is helpful. God bless.